Capella that just when he's hitting his stride, now it's the other ankle and he has to sit again?
It's part of the NBA. It's he's able to do some work here right now. We'll continue to treat him today, but we're encouraged. That it didn't look like the last one.
You've spoken about one of the most important things for a young player is to play. And Kaz was in the rotation, then some guys came back, not so much. How important is it to balance keeping him with court time versus wanting to keep him around you guys also?
All of it's important. The 8 games that he had in Sioux Falls was important. The time with us is important. The player development is important. In a perfect world, yeah, he's playing, but also being around and being available, also helps with the mental part of it. But I like, what he's been doing. I still marvel at the fact that he's a teenager and how he carries himself with the maturity and his approach. Is very unique.
I know there's still strides to be made, but last game with having 11 assists and no turnovers, like you mentioned, how much of that is a reflection of just the growth he's made?
Yeah, he's very intentional and specific from September and training camp on. That it's very important for our basketball team that he can be aggressive with a clear mind. It's one of his best skills. He has an ability to get downhill, get into the paint, use his physicality. But the next layer of it is understanding that teams adjust and they bring a second defender, and has really been working at understanding where the open guys are. And not predetermining anything. And he's been drilling it, watching film on it, and he's really improved quite a bit since last year.
Well, you touched on it in recent weeks, but especially for how good it was defensively last year, with Bam and Khalil together, the defensive rating just probably isn't where you want it to be. But the rebounding has actually improved over the last month. So where do you see that specific group just not fully gelling defensively?
Sometimes things take some time. And it'll get there. I think the want level is there for them and us. The physicality and the size gives us something different. You have to have a lot of different lineups if you want to be a great team. You can't just have one lineup. You have to be able to check a lot of boxes. And the double big lineup is something that is very important for us. It won't be our only lineup, obviously, but the rebounding, the offensive rebounding, the physicality is paramount. For us if we play that lineup. It doesn't make sense if they're not imposing that physicality and size on both sides of the floor.
When Khalil cycles out for threes, you mentioned the other day he's got to be mostly in the paint. That's who he is and what he is. But with the way he's shooting it, does that alter the thinking at all?
I want to be open to the development of our young players. Like I said, in training camp, there is an element of unknown, but I want there to be some surprises. I want guys to improve. I want them to gain confidence as the season goes on. Young players, it doesn't happen for every single one of them at the exact same time, and it doesn't happen as linear growth. So I want to be open to that growth. He spends a lot of time on his shooting. I don't want to overcoach that because he has great touch. Because of how we do things, he will be out there, and sometimes he'll be in the inside. I want him to be efficient in both areas, but I do want him to have confidence that his game is improving, and he's finding more ways to impact winning.
Are there or could there be sets for Khalil threes, or is it more in?
I don't know. I'm not going to overtalk it. I'm not, because what is it? How does it help us to walk through every step of our offense? To you guys. But the general part of it is I want him to gain confidence, and we're coaching him hard in the details, but his talent is obvious, and the potential is obvious, and We just want him to continue to stack good days, and that's on both sides of the floor.